What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA Saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will show you an update regarding the potential new lawsuit from Mark Basil. And on top of that, I will show you another evidence that the problem of naked shorting is much bigger than you can even imagine. And before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Because this is the only way how we can attract more attention to our problem. And this is the only way how we can eventually win this battle. So let's start with the news itself. I want to begin my video with this tweet, the several tweets that was made by Gandalf. And he wrote, the Rule 15C2-11 has a significant place in the MMTLP story. It was first proposed in September 2019, adopted in September 2020, then amended and effective on September 28, 2021. This is important to understand because no stock that trades on the OTC markets can trade at all unless it's compliant with the relevant positions of the rule. When an issuer wants to initiate or resume quotation prior to the amendment in 2021, it's needed to find a sponsoring market maker willing to file a Form 211. In order to do so, the market maker needed to obtain information from the company, including financial statements that needed to be accurate but not audited, and send the completed form to FINRA. If anything in the documentation is incorrect, the sponsoring market maker could be found liable. Both FINRA and SEC Rule 15C2-11 require that the market maker have a reasonable basis for believing that the information provided by the company in its Form 211 is accurate and from reliable sources. During the comment period September 2020, FINRA barely made any public statements until May 28, 2021, where they filed its own proposed rule changed to members, broker-dealers requirements under FINRA Rule 6432. Compliance with the information requests of SEC Rule 15C2-11. All this to say that the company did not list on OTC and that it was the market makers or broker-dealers involved in getting MMTLP trading without both company's consents or intentions. And here's another evidence, here's the screenshots, and he added, 2 weeks after the SEC's no action letter, MMTLP began trading. And let me show you some comments on this tweet. And right here you can find that Mark Basil answered, nailed it. And this means this is the real case why we might have the lawsuit against authorities and broker-dealers in order to find out why MMTLP stock became tradable. So it is quite good update in my opinion. Next one, let me show you again Tony's tweet, and yesterday he made a video about the intrinsic value of NextBridge hydrocarbon shares. And he added this. In my last video, I discussed the intrinsic value of NextBridge hydrocarbon shares solely based on price of oil. I believe that NextBridge hydrocarbons is worth much more than the intrinsic value due to shorts who have not delivered shares they owe to brokers. Now brokers owe longs more shares than they have. And he added this screenshot, it is the screenshot from his comment section on the video. And Cathal Walker wrote, I will be very disappointed with $41 per share. And Tony answered, couldn't agree more. This is an analysis based solely on the value of oil in the ground. On the last day that MMTLP traded, there was 9 million short volume and the price went down. Shorts were not closing or covering, so the short volume was short selling. Shares were extremely hard to locate, so it was likely naked shorting. Those naked shorts had no way to deliver NextBridge hydrocarbon shares, which never traded and only went from NBH to transfer agent to longs. Shorts owe NBH shares for over 6 months, high demand. There is no source of NBH shares to buy from, zero supply for shorts to close their position. This indicates from a pure supply-demand issue that the price of NBH should be infinite. Currently, because it never traded, brokers have marketed these shares at zero. So, I cannot add anything to this statement, and I completely agree, because if you have a huge discrepancy between demand and supply, if someone has an obligation to buy something, and definitely short sellers have this obligation, but there is zero supply, definitely the price skyrockets. And that is why the most prominent for us solution is the 2 day of trading that should close all the short positions that are opened right now. So let me show you further. Unfortunately, we don't have any information regarding the PR statement from NBH hydrocarbons, and I have to say that we don't have any updates from Junk Savvy. As you can see right here, Dustin Wright asked her, did the big news come out today that you were speaking of a few days ago? I can't find it anywhere. Or has it been postponed? Asking for real. And Junk Savvy wrote, I have not seen it yet. May have delayed for holiday. Keeping our eyes out. And I couldn't find any information regarding this update from Richard Hoffman's Twitter account as well. But let's move forward and let's wait for the upcoming news. So let me show you another quite interesting detail. Yesterday I've told you about the opinion of Drew Diligence, Pool Radio Drew for now, and he wrote that everyone should move their shares to AST if they want to do it, but not because of other people made the same. And he wrote this tweet, MMTLP, like I said. I remember how much fun it was to get brokers to transfer to AST. Imagine how much fun it will be to try to get them to transfer back to your broker. You don't have to imagine anymore. See for yourself. If you want to transfer, you should, but know the facts. And here is the screenshot, an official answer from AST that was published on February the 9th. And it says, Dear Sir or Madam, we have received your transfer request regarding the above referenced account. We cannot transfer the shares for the following reasons. NBH Hydrocarbons is not DRS or DWAC eligible. The following documents are being returned to you. Here's the list of documents and so on and so forth. So definitely it might be quite tricky to move it to AST and bring it back basically, because if you move it, it is pretty much a one-way ticket. Otherwise, this ticker symbol should be tradable in order to be DRS and DWAC eligible, and that is why you have to think twice. What should be your opinion? What should be your next step? Do you want to transfer your shares to AST or not? Definitely, it is up to you. On top of that, some broker dealers tries to collect a mind-blowing amount of fees for this transferring, and definitely it shows that probably they don't want you to move these shares to AST for some internal reasons. And in my opinion, the only reason for this is that they have short positions on these shares, and that is why they don't want to be disclosed. So it is what it is. We have to move forward, and let me show you more information. Syntax Queen of the Metaverse recently made this tweet on June 18th, and she is back on Twitter, and she wrote, is it possible that FINRA is concealing the blue sheet or CAD data for MMTLP because their trading portfolio might be on there? Did you land or short MMTLP, FINRA? Is that why you are so afraid of transparency? What do you all think? Could there be MMTLP or MMAT on FINRA's books? And as you can see, the results of this poll, 86.9% yes. And let me show you her another update from Syntax Queen of the Metaverse. And she wrote, with 719 votes, 87% of survey participants believe that FINRA may have either lent shares for shorting or held short positions for MMTLP and or MMAT. I believe the public distrust in FINRA as a regulatory authority warrants a full investigation in the regulatory practices as well as their trading portfolio. The conflict of interests are widespread. Please investigate FBI and SEC.gov. So, yes, I have to say that we have to see this information. In my opinion, authorities should work transparently for 100%. Only in this case they will have a full credibility from the market, and they will have an opportunity to fairly regulate all the necessary things on the market. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.